Kirby and I have 2,000 reasons why you should watch this week's edition of Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair, coming right at you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, lords and ladies of the castle. It is February 15th, episode 9, season 2, Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. I'm Blair, he's Kirby. We have had a great week here at KW. Lots to talk about. Special honors, big wins, tough losses, teams on the brink of state. We got a lot to do. Let's talk with girls basketball first. They are now 15-9. They've lost 2 of their last 3, but really some good competition as of late. Losing to Byron late last week, 62-58, a close one down there in the suburbs of Rochester, and that's as close to being a Viking as I'll ever get. And that was a tough loss there for KW down at Byron.
Yeah, it was a back and forth battle, especially in the second half. The Bears got out to about a 10 or 11 point lead. The Knights chipped away. We took the lead, about a 6-point lead. I think it was 54-48 or 53-48, something like that. And then the Bears were just too much to handle inside, and we ended up losing a close one.
Next night, they rebounded really nicely. A big 22-point win over ZM, 75-53. A big win here, and it was nice to see this team rebound. They're a talented team, and sometimes when you come up short, you can come out flat the next game. They did not, and that was really nice to see.
And in that game, Mara Kwam passed the all-time record, passed Cassie Kwam for most points by a Knight, boy or girl, over 1,951 that game too.
That was a big one. And then last night, Tuesday night, losing a really close one to a team that's probably going to see the top seed in the section, Hayfield, 66-58. Hayfield had 11 threes in that game. But even though it was a loss and not what you want to see from a team perspective, last night was pretty special to be a girls basketball fan here, as the aforementioned Mark Kwam got to the 2,000 point mark, the first time a KW player, boy or girl, has done that in the history of the school. There it is, 2,000 points, Kirby, and you've known her a lot longer than I, but what a fitting honor for such a great player.
Well, not only is she a great basketball player, she's just a great athlete, and she uses all of her athleticism to her advantage while playing the game, and she deserves it. She's a good kid that has put a lot of time into her athletic career. Good for her, and I'm very proud of her. And her teammate, Savannah, is really close to 1,000 as well. I think 11 away from 1,000, so hopefully she'll get that on Friday night against the Cobras.
Yeah.
But going back to Hayfield, that was a huge game for both teams in terms of seeding. If we would have won, we probably would have got the 3 seed. Seedings haven't come out, but now that we lost to Hayfield, more than likely going to get the 4 seed. Or potentially the 5.
Or even a 6, and I guess a 6 wouldn't be that bad.
No.
We've talked about not being the 4 or 5, so we'll see what happens.
But as of right now, PEM, Plainview Elgin Millville, they're in the 1 seed, and Hayfield is the 2. And if we can avoid PEM, that'd be great. And heck, Hayfield's 20-4. They're a pretty good squad themselves. So
yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens. We did have a chance to talk to Mara Kwam and Savannah before their practice today. And Savannah last night, as you saw right there, she signed her letter of intent for St. Mary's down in Winona. So congratulations to her. Let's hear what those girls had to say.
I'm here with Mara Kwam and Savannah Police, the latest dynamic duo for our Kenyon Winnebago Knights. Girls, congratulations on reaching 2 major accomplishments, 2 major milestones. Mara with over 2,000 last night. Savannah going for 1,000 away, not 1,000 away, but 11 away from 1,000 on Friday night. Girls are the 3rd pair of teammates from the same grade, the same class, to reach these milestones together. What's that like?
Well, I don't know, throughout my whole basketball career, I've always thought of Mara as my support, that she's the anchor of the team. We can always count on her to be scoring whenever we need it.
same with her. We read each other's minds. That's what we say to each other, and we just, I don't know, I think we work really well together.
As freshmen, you both were on the state tournament team that got second place, and now you weren't back then counted on to do much scoring, but now you two are the heavy lifters for the squad this year.
Yeah, I think it really helped. Like, when we were younger, we learned a lot from the older girls. And, like, I think it helped. Like, we teach the younger girls a lot, and, like, under pressure, it makes it a lot easier because we've been up at state, and there's a lot of pressure on us, so.
Yeah.
And scoring lots of points doesn't just happen. How did you guys get to these milestones?
Kind of just like not worrying about it, just kind of playing your game, not thinking about it. Obviously, you think about it more when it gets closer because people start talking about it. So you just kind of keep playing your game.
And as you get closer, do you guys feel like you put more pressure on yourselves? Like, oh gosh, I'm getting close. I got to start shooting extra shots to get it. What do you get? Is there extra pressure on you?
I mean, sometimes, but just try not to think about it and just like keep working hard in practice, and they should fall.
Congratulations, girls, on these two excellent these milestones. And on Friday, Savannah, get it done and get 1,000. And let's roll into the playoffs, ready to work.
Want to thank them for their time. It's always nice to get their perspective on these milestones in their lives as athletes. And we talked a little bit about the sections. It could be anywhere from that 4 to 6. That loss to Lourdes, I think, weighs heavy by not getting that 3. I don't think they can get the 3 with that head-to-head loss to Rochester Lourdes.
No.
And then hosting tomorrow night, or Friday night, hosting Triton in the regular season finale.
Those pesky Cobras, you know. I'm
Those
expecting Knights to take care of business, and I hope Savannah gets the milestone so we can go into the playoffs with everybody's milestones out
All
of the
the
way and
individual
time
stuff
to
is done,
take
yeah.
care of business. So good luck on Friday, girls. Let's go get a W.
Switching to boys basketball, they are now 1-20, 5 regular seasons games left. Lost last week to ZM,
Yep.
54-38 at home, a tough one. They lost Gavin Rusin to some technicals, so they didn't have him for the duration of the game. A tough loss there. A team that ZM has played really good this year, but really, you know, had things gone their way, maybe at home you could have pulled off a squeaker in that one. And then they lost Monday night here, 71-47, without Nutsy to Byron in a game that, you know, kind of got away from him, but it's a good individual effort by Jack Belkey.
Jack played great, probably his best game as a varsity athlete. But Byron, they are huge.
Yeah.
They go 6'8", 6'4", 6'4", just in the front line, and they're tough. Obviously, they beat Lourdes in overtime the other night, and they came into our house, and they ended up beating us by about 20. But Jack Belkey did have his career high, 27 points in that game. Really showed some excellent leadership. Him and Calvin really work hard, and they should be proud of their effort, no matter if they win or if they lose. But congrats to Jack on the career high 27 points.
Next up, your Knights will head up Thursday night to Randolph for a rare meeting with the Rockets. This should be a good one. I think this is, even though Randolph has some wins under their belt, I think this is a very winnable game here because the competition Randolph plays is not very good. I think the Knights can get one on the road, and then Friday night they head to Triton to try to tame the Snakes, and we'll see what happens there. Triton kind of laid it to them the last time they played, so see what happens here. Maybe a split on these end of the week games would be really nice for Coach Peterson and his team.
Rockets, like you said, play some different competition now. They used to be part of the Gopher Conference, but they got out of that conference and went to, I think it's the Southern. I don't even know what it is.
I mean,
they go to
their road
Houston,
trips are
They go to
unbelievable.
Leroy Ostrander. They go to some faraway places.
Schaefer Academy.
Right. But hopefully the Knights can use their experience from the last few games, and they're playing well. They play well for stretches. It's just unfortunate that sometimes our bad stretches last a little longer than our good stretches. So hopefully we can get consistency on Thursday, and the boys can get another W.
Well, that leads us to wrestling, and our wrestling team finished the regular season 22-9, and they ended the regular season with a bang, 78-0 over those Cobras. That Triton logo is getting a workout here today. Special night, senior night. Way to go out there and win that one for the seniors. Sections start tomorrow. Here at the Castle. There'll be a match before the Knights go on, and that'll be Medford versus Nurhag. The winner of that will get the Knights, unfortunately for them. The Knights the top seed. It should be interesting to see what happens I don't know who will win this Medford-Nurhag match, but I would say their season's going to end when they take on the Knights.
Yep.
The Knights, the team to beat still, even though that record is 22-9, not as gaudy as it was last year, still the team to beat in the section.
Well, definitely. They've got a bunch of experience. They've got a good mix of old and young. They're ready to go. They're ready to make a deep postseason run. They've gotten some big milestones out of the way with Tyler Ryan and Jaron Matson hitting their 100 wins this year. It's time to just go get what we have worked so hard for. And I think the community is ready to rally again.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this could be a run, a team that has a target on its back, but I think people maybe have discounted them a little bit with some losses. So maybe they kind of come in under the radar a little bit. If, or when, I should say, they win Thursday, they're going to head to the USC on Saturday, and that's when the duration and the rest of that section tournament goes on. And it looks like it's a collision course between Blue Earth and our Knights in the final. That'll be 4 p.m. Saturday at United South Central, and individual tournaments starting next week, state tournament in 2 weeks. Last year was awesome. I think if the Knights get there, they got to be one of the top 2 or 3 teams to be looked at as a state champion contender.
Definitely. Like Coach Ryan said a few weeks back, it's about 5 teams that if they get hot, any one of them could win it when it gets to that special, what is it, a Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday tournament. So take care of business Thursday. Don't overlook anybody in the postseason. Just one match at a time, one period at a time, and focus on the process, and the outcome will be there.
It'll be fun to see what happens. Good luck to them. Before we end, we want to talk about our trap shooting team.
Trap shooting?
And they had a meeting a couple nights ago, and they're getting ready for their season.
Coach Larry Walker, he stopped me in the basketball game the other night and said, Coach, we have had our preseason meeting, had that on Monday. Anybody who wants to go out for trap shooting, boy or girl, 7th through 12th grade, can go out for trap shooting. It's a phenomenal thing that's going on. It's really starting to pick up with memberships. So please, if you want to go shoot some trap, talk to Coach Larry Walker or Shane Lundy from Wanamingo.
Lots to do, lots of options. Get out there and support your Knights. It's going to be a fantastic week to be a KW Knight. And from us here at the Castle, enjoy it.
Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, Valentine's Day.
Did you do anything special?
Coached my daughter's basketball team.
Did you?
And I had a delicious gourmet meal from Subway.
Well,
gourmet.
You know the romantic person.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine what you did.
You know the Swayze of
you are the Swayze of this roadhouse.
Got my wife a nice card, and taking her to get a pedicure.
Wow, you can do it yourself?
No. I'm getting one with her.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
You're as strong as your feet.
Exactly. On that note, have a great week, Knight Nation. We'll see you next week on Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. I'm Blair.
I'm Kirby. Go Knights.
Take care.